UFC Fight Night Rodriguez versus Lemos. Most confident picks to least confident picks. The main events with Amanda Lemos and Marina Rodriguez, two top tier Brazilian prospects in the women's strawweight division. We got Neil Magny and D-Ron, two top 15 welterweights. We have Tagira Lambekov, one of Habib Nurmagomedov's guys. And we have a lot of other good prospects on the card, like Grant Dawson and Mark Madsen. Prelims are pretty okay, but it'll overall be a decent card in my opinion. There were two cancellations in Bryce Mitchell, Movsar Evloev. I would have had, I don't know who I would have had, a Movsar Evloev, Bryce Mitchell. That was a very, very 50-50 fight for me. I switched my predictions so many times on that fight, but Jailton Almeida, Maxime Grisham, god dang, has also been canceled earlier this morning or late last night, and that was going to be one of my more confident picks on this card, but that is canceled. If you're new to the channel, go down and like and subscribe, and if you're new to these type of videos, where we look at our most confidence to least confident picks, all the bolded people that I'm going to have on the screen right now, Tamiris Vidal, Jake Hadley, Mario Batista, Tagira Lambekov, and so on and so forth. Those are the people we predicted to win earlier on in the week in our full card prediction. But now, I'm not going to give you who I think. Actually, I am kind of going to give you that. Those are just going to be the bolded people. But I'm going to give you the percentage chance I think they're going to win, thus giving you my confidence for every single fighter at UFC Fight Night Rodriguez versus Lemos. We never start with the main events. Always start with the first fight on the prelim. So let's start with Tamiris Vidal and Ramona Pascual in the bantamweight division. Tamiris Vidal, she's okay, 24 years old versus 34 years old. If you watch the prediction, Tamiris Vidal was not very high on my confident picks not on the confident picks. I wasn't really confident even in my prediction that I made for Tamiris Vidal. She's really not that high here. Gonna be one of my least confident picks of the card at 53%, just because her form on the feet is really, really bad. She leaves her head open a lot in terms of the strike, and Ramona does hit very, very hard, and the only way I can really see Vidal winning is going to be in the grappling and wrestling, and I don't know if she can finish the fight there or even control it for the full 3 rounds, so it's a tough one. Barely lean to Tamiris Vidal. Jake Hadley, he's a pretty big favorite on this fight card right now, like 3-1 favorite or something like that. A lot of people are high on Jake Hadley to win this fight at UFC Fight Night. At UFC Fight Night Rodriguez versus Lemos, as the odds that I saw were at -275 for Jake Hadley. One of them has it -280 for Jake Hadley. Some of them are going back to -240 and things like that, which is what I think should be happening. He should not be as big of a favorite as he is right now. I'm going to have him right at 60% or 59%. He should not at all be as big of a favorite as he is on those betting odds. That is absolutely insane. Johnny Munoz Jr., Lidvik Shalinyan. This one's gonna be right around where Jake Hadley is, just a little bit less, in my opinion, right around 57.5%. Just because Lidvik Shalinyan, I mean, if he's able to keep the fight on the feet, he doesn't really have much power in his hands, but Johnny got clipped with not the harder shot in his last fight with Tony Gravely, and Lidvik, I mean, he could out-volume Johnny on the feet and win a close decision, maybe even rock and knock out Johnny Munoz Jr. You never know with these type of fights, but I can see something sketchy happening in that Lidvik Shalinyan fight, so I'm not going to have him too high on the confidence. So far, as y'all can see, 53%, 59%, and 57.5%. That means, well, we got to move Jake Hadley a little bit above Johnny Munoz Jr., and we got to make our slight leans category right here. This means anyone from 50% to 59.999%. Those are going to be these slight leans. So far, no confident picks, no super confident picks, and no almost confident picks. Jinyu Frey, you already know, is not at all going to be a confident pick. We're going to move her down on the list below Johnny Munoz Jr., but a little bit above Tamires Vidal at 54%. She's an underdog at UFC Fight Night Rodriguez versus Lemos. It's a 50-50 fight in my opinion. Polyana's got the submission game. Jinyu Frey's got the wrestling, and the striking is going to be very even. So is a very 50-50 fight. Could go either way, hence why she's not at all a confident pick. Mario Bautista, this man is going to be pretty solid on the list at 66% confidence. I feel very solid about Mario Bautista for this UFC fight card, but he's not going to be a confident pick. He's going to be an almost confident pick right here, which means anyone from 60.1% to 69.999%. Anyone from like 60 to 70% is going to be the almost confident picks, and Mario Bautista is in that category. Miranda Maverick, she's going to be our first confident pick of the card, but not just confident, not just gosh dang confident. She's going to be a super confident pick of the card right here at 85%. Confidence, if I can find that percentage button right there, but 85% for Miranda Maverick makes her our first super confident pick of the card right here. I'm feeling very, very solid about Miranda Maverick on this fight card. She should easily go out there and win that fight. We got Shailan Nurdanbiek in the featherweight division. Not going to be as super confident, but I do have him as an almost confident pick. Not very high on there, but he is going to be a little bit below Mario Bautista. He's going to be right around a 61, maybe 62% confidence for Shailan Nurdanbiek. Grant Dawson and Mark Madsen, we're gonna have to put him in the. I'm gonna have him almost confident as well, but he is gonna be our lowest almost confident pick of the card, right here at 60%. I'm not too high on Grant Dawson, as his cardio, it's a little iffy in my opinion, and the fact that Mark Madsen does have a very, very solid wrestling game, and Grant gets taken down in a lot of his fights. If the striking is even, Mark could very well out-edge Grant Dawson just a little bit on the feet and get a few takedowns as well and win a close decision. So that one's an iffy one, a very, very close one in my opinion. Tagir Ulambekov and Nate Maness. This one's also going to be an almost confident pick. Not going to be too high. I'm gonna probably have him right in between Grant Dawson and Shailan Nurdanbiek at a solid 61%. And we got Josh Parisian and Chase Sherman. You already know. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. You know what I feel about these unranked heavyweight fighters inside the UFC. I'm not very high on these unranked heavyweights, so I changed my mind. Even from having these women right at the bottom of the confidence, I'm going to put Chase Sherman at the bottom, man. There's no way. There's no chance I'm going to be that confident on Chase Sherman, given that the man was on a 4-fight losing streak not that long ago. But yeah, he's going to be very, very low on that list. Neil Magny and Daniel Rodriguez also going to be pretty low on the list, but he's going to be above Jinyu Frey at a 55%. I do believe he's going to out-volume and stay on the outside of Daniel Rodriguez and win a pretty close decision. Marina Rodriguez and Amanda Lemos. This one's an interesting one. She's not going to be a super confident pick. She's not going to be a confident pick. But can she be an almost confident pick? Can she be an almost confident pick? I think she can. I think she can, but not too high on the list. I'm going to have her at 64% on the super confident. I don't know where she went. There they are, 64% for Marina Rodriguez. We have 0 confident picks, which means 70 to 80%. We have 1 super confident from 80 to 90%. From 90 to 100%, those are what I like to call a lock, even though I don't believe in lock. That's going to be the closest you're going to get to that. Don't have any of those on this card. Almost confident picks from 60 to 70%. We got Mario Bautista, Marina Rodriguez, Shailan Nurdanbiek, Tagir Ulanbekov, and Grant Dawson. Slight leans, we got Jake Hadley, Johnny Munoz Jr., Neil Magny, the woman, Jinyu Frey, Tamires Vidal, as well as Chase Sherman. It's a pretty decent card in my opinion. The biggest betting favorite is also my most confident pick. It was pretty obvious that it was going to be Miranda Maverick. It was actually going to be Jonathan Almeida, but that fight got canceled. Mario Batista is going to be at number 2. Dawson's going to be a little bit lower than his betting odds do suggest. Same thing with Marina Rodriguez, and especially Jake Hadley. Jake Hadley on this list is way lower than his betting odds do suggest. So if you want to look at the betting odds and compare them to my percentage on the confident picks, you'll see that some people are a little bit overvalued on the betting odds. Some of them are undervalued on the betting odds as well. So that's a good thing to look at if you are going to be betting on these fights. And if you want to actually get the bets that I'm going to be doing on this fight card, all the bets I will be making for UFC Fight Night Rodriguez versus Lemos, simple thing to do, go down into the description of literally any one of my videos. I'm on my YouTube channel right now. I'll just click Neil Magny versus Daniel Rodriguez, which I said was not at all going to be a confident pick. Go to the description and the top link right here in the middle of the screen, y'all can see that is all of my professional MMA bets, UFC, Bellator, and PFL, and literally any organization that does MMA for 10 pennies a day, 10 cents a day for all of my bets for a full month. And the link before that is $125 for free when you deposit $100 using promo code BERTMMA, and you get free money. You got my Instagram link right there. You got the betting odds websites. You got the merch. Whatever you want to do, go check the description down below. Like and subscribe. Put your confident picks down below. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.